Now that you're an immortal, Jack, do you want to know a secret?
That you actually have hobbies? These all yours?
What do you think of them?
I think I haven't seen enough of the world. I don't recognize any of these.
That's because they all were driven to extinction by the Everwar.
How?
Since we first learned to use magic, we've waged war over who would control it. It isn't meant to be used so violently and so unchecked and for so long. The natural world suffers for it. Their habitats die. Their waters are ruined, their skies are choked, their lands are crystallized or filled with hungry spirits they can't compete with. Our magic causes ruin for every living thing, Jack. It causes the wound.
We caused the wound?
I told you that we draw magic from the ley lines, from the Shrouded Realm. To be more precise, we siphon it to use as we will, and it stays here. But it's not meant to. And no one's ever discovered how to actually put it back. It punches its way back down. All that magic over all that time. And so the wound grows.
But without magic...
We can't win the war to control magic. Correct.
So we're destroying Aveum while we're trying to save Aveum?
That's the secret.
This secret sucks. It's insane. Does Sandrak know this?
Of course he does. All the orders do.
Then why the hell are we fighting? Everyone needs to just stop.
You want to be the first side to quit? Because you trust Sandrak that much. Because mankind can always be counted on to do the reasonable thing.
I've wanted to wield magic my whole life. And now you're telling me
You've already figured out the solution, Jack. We win. Then we start thinking about how to fix the wound.
You don't win in ever war.
It's brick walls like that make you take up painting in your spare time.
Isn't there something else that we can do about it, I mean?
Yes. Go to that spell altar.
What spell will it grant me?
One that hopefully eases your conscience. Reckless, overtaxed, and broken magic often leaves corruption behind. You grew up with it in Saren, the deposits that would accumulate in the Underbridge. There, it's a nuisance. But larger, more malignant versions exist. Part of the Immortals' mandate is to restore those areas of the world overrun with this corruption. That spell is the key.
Restore them. With magic. The same magic that causes it, and oh yeah, also the wound.
The irony isn't lost on anyone. In the meantime, you have more pressing concerns. Zendara's waiting for you in the war chamber to brief you on a mission.
Really? Please don't say she's my field commander.
Run along. Your field commander's waiting.
Hi, I'm Jack. Saw you wore the Immortals glyph. Figured I'd introduce myself.
You're the new recruit. I'm the Viscount Hauserel, Lord of Sevenridge and Eye of Lavenry. Sorry I missed your induction ceremony, Jack.
On a mission, your lordship?
Sure. And please, just Hauser. Fewer words benefit us all. Honestly, I didn't think anyone would pass selection this time around. No one has in years. So I dallied. Apologies again, I should have been here for you.
No worries. So, what was the mission?
I'm a hexbrand, Jack. Do you know what that is?
Oh, an assassin.
Yes. You can figure out the mission from there.
I didn't think the Immortals had assassins.
Understandable. It's not really tip of the spear now, is it? The Immortals are more than that. It's just Kirkin's favorite way of selling it.
Does she give you a target list? Writs? Devin said writs once.
Call them sanctions. Their approval is a nebulous mix of Lavenry, the Grand Magnus, Circumstance, and myself. Are you interested in taking one on?
Wait, we can do that? How?
The Order of Masks have a group of Magni called the Six that range far from Rasharn. Lucian needs them dead. If you want the sanction, it's yours. That's how we do it.
Talk to you later, Hauser.
Clock's ticking.
Yes, sir. You do outrank me, right? Wow, this place is kind of big. I must have gotten lost. Ha.
Intel indicates that the Hand is operating near the Pale Forest, and we've just lost contact with our outpost there.
What's so important about the forest?
Strategically, nothing. The ley line tower there has been dead for 100 years. And yet she's taking a big risk attacking so close to the Palathon. You still with me, Initiate?
Not an initiate. That's not even a rank. You know, I checked.
Nightblades have established a stronghold at the southern edge of the forest. We'll attack on both sides.
We? You're coming? I mean, what about Devin?
Devin is needed elsewhere. And Kirkin seems to think you might not get me killed. Jury's still out on that one.
Sure, thanks. Don't leave the portal open for me or anything. Guess I'm walking. think I have a spell for that.
Hello, Immortal. Kirkin told me you know our, secret.
About magic causing the wound, that we're all destroying Aveum? She sure did.
Yeah, bit of a gut punch, that one.
This restoring spell, it really cleanses the Lurge? That's what we used to call it in Saren.
Lurge? What an absolutely perfect name. Lurge! Yes, it works. And you'll feel better about the whole thing when you use it. Trust me.
We've reached the forest entrance, sir.
Good. I'm approaching from the east. Our target is the ley line tower. Scouts have spotted activity in that area.
I thought you said it was dead. What does the hand want with it?
That's the question.
And it's just us? No backup or anything?
We're Immortals, Initiate. We don't need backup.
Hear those shit?
Spell altar. The outpost. Wiped out. None of our people made it, sir.
The Nightblades have set up wards throughout the forest to slow our advance.
We'll need a construct to get past those. And I forgot to pack one. Great.
I spotted one of their lieutenants in a grove near my position. Tracking him now. Do what you can to push forward, Initiate.
Yes, sir. Need to get around this ward.
This one controls the construct. We needed to break the wards and reach the tower. Something funny.
You walk towards your doom.
Doom and I are old friends. The construct. Bind it to us, and I may let you live.
You already know my answer.
Short conversation, then.
Wait,
What?
the control crystal uses green magic. I think I can bind it to myself.
You're wasting your time, little magician.
Quiet! If you think you can do it, do it.
Lucian demon.
Here we go. See? Easy. Some Triarch shit right there.
Well done.
He was a prisoner.
Not anymore.
He was helpless.
Rasharnians are never helpless. I just saved him the trouble of trying to kill us later. The Hand of Sandrak. That's her ship. It's moving away from the ley line tower. Back on mission, Initiate. Take the construct. I'll try to intercept her.
Okay, I guess I'm following you. Cool. So I'm Jack. Do, you have a name? Nothing, huh? Okay, I'll just call you Construct then. Zendara said the construct could open the ward. Good job, buddy. If you see any of your old pals, attack on sight, okay? Like these guys.
Hey, Cool Cat. Welcome to the stream. How you doing? You are indeed first to.
Okay, where to now?
It wasn't too bad. Ooh, new red.
Another altar.
Red spell. That looks fun.
Nice.
Lancer Javelin.
Construct! Kill!
Apparently it's active again.
Need to get to the other side somehow. Go, buddy. Construct, sick 'em.
Sinful Sivu!
starting to worry about you, sir.
The airship won't be bothering us again. But the hand wasn't aboard, so keep your eyes open. What's your position?
Cleared out the tower courtyard. Heading up to the top.
Stay put. I'm almost there.
Yeah, well, I don't see an off switch on this lift, so...
Stay put.
Guess we're going in.
That's not staying put.
Show yourself, font of Yonkao. I draw you forth through the power of Thrada Ko, the Binding Stone.
I've got a problem.
What is it?
More like who? Sandrek's here.
What? Hold your position. I'm on my way.
He'll be gone by then.
That was an order, Initiate.
Say again? I'm losing you.
You do know I can just see you waving your hand around, right?
An immortal? Welcome, brother. Do you know who I am?
Sandrek.
I suppose Kirkin has poisoned you against me by now.
She didn't have to. Your men killed my family.
Did they? I have no memory of that. A great many people have died in this war. Would it comfort you to know that I'm close to ending it?
Don't turn your back on me!
Send him to his family. I need more time to finish this. Let me give you a hand.
Be gone, thought.
Hey, stop!
Be gone indeed, apparently.
Oh boy.
Well, apparently now I have to fight this guy.
broken and you are bound.
What is this place? Wait, this is the Shrouded Realm. Uh-oh, is that the Pentasod?
Hey, big guy.
Whoa, what are you doing?
Jack! What happened? Sandrak and the Hand vanished when I arrived.
He cast some kind of spell. I tried to stop him.
You were supposed to wait for me, Initiate.
The ley line, he absorbed it. I don't understand. I saw something.
Saw what?
When his spell was cast, I left my body. I went somewhere else.
Out with it.
I saw the Pentasod. It's alive.
Bum bum bum.
I don't think I have a spell for that. Up there, Sandrak referred to me as a brother. And not like, oh, hey, look, it's another Magnus, but more like...
Like someone from his order.
Exactly.
Complicated subject. One I'm not going to get into here.
You're not going to explain how Sandrak is an immortal.
Was.
You're not going to explain how Sandrak was an immortal.
Thought I made that clear, Initiate. That's something Kirkin will talk to you about when she thinks it's right.
I fought long and hard to become an immortal. Getting blindsided that Sandrak's one of the alumni, the guy who bombed my home, I might add, is more than a little uncool.
That's true.
Wait, what? Really?
Yes. You should have been told. I know what he did to Saren. Everyone does. But it wasn't my call.
I should just go.
Wait a minute. Listen. About your vision. Of the Shrouded Realm. I wanted you to know something.
Yeah.
The Pentasod. It is alive. All we ever see here, in this world, in our world, is only the physical manifestation of its true form in the Shrouded Realm. In Kalthus, our mystics say this form visits them in dreams in the winter. In other parts of Aveum, prophets, saints, madmen have all claimed to have seen it at one time or another.
So I'm a saint, is what you're saying.
I just wanted you to know that you're not...
And I'm not special? No worries, sir. Kirkin lets me know that all the time.
Can you ever shut up? I'm saying you don't have to feel alone, Jack. I don't want you to feel like you might become a pariah. People that have vision...
Careful. You could end up being nice to me for the first time ever.
You're impossible.
No, I mean it. That was really kind of you. Thanks.
All right. I'll meet you back at the Palathon. Sandrak absorbing a ley line isn't something we're even remotely prepared for. Kirkin will be eager to talk.
I'm sure she will.
What, did you get lost again?
What you guys say, dude?
Your lordship.
Jack?
Being a Viscount, that means you have a claim to the throne, right?
I'm 15th in line and never getting closer. Realistically, you have as much claim as I do.
Uh-huh, sure. What's it like being part of a dynastic house?
It's bad for one's health.
Come on.
Oh, I'm serious. Why else would so many of us train as assassins? There's the ever-war between kingdoms, and then there's the little war known in every court in Aveum. They're the same except for scale. Magni obsessed with fighting other Magni for the rule of magic. I have to watch my back on two fronts.
Talk to you later, Hauser.
Thanks for hanging out, cool cat. I appreciate it. Take care of yourself, and I'll catch you next time.
Jack,
Heard you walked right up into a whole thing.
Take up a position at the table, Initiate. There's a lot to talk about.
Any of these possible function.
Sounds like Zendara filled you in, sir, but I've got about 1,000,000 questions.
Story time, Jack.
and I used to really love story time.
The Shrouded Realm is a world of raw, untempered magic. A magic so formless and wild, it's impossible to master.
Yeah, I think I've been there.
Then the Pentasod came to that world and created the fonts. 5 great anchors that connected the Shrouded Realm to Aveum. The ley lines spread out from these fonts, traveling through both worlds, turning the Shrouded Realm's magic into a resource we could use.
If someone could capture the power of a font, they'd control magic in a way that no Magnus has before.
Like a living leyline tower, capable of drawing magic from the very source, capable of even redirecting it away from other Magni.
Sandrak has done exactly that. We believe he's in possession of a Thrada Cull, a binding stone, an artifact that can control the fonts.
So that's what I saw the hand pull out of the ruins.
That's right. With it, Sandrak will eventually be able to block our access to magic completely. Then the Everwar is over.
Over? As in he takes over Lucium?
As in, he takes over everything.
Sir, respectfully and whatever, you're wrong.
Excuse me?
Oh boy.
You said it yourself. Magic is a resource. Just because Sandrak absorbed a font or whatever doesn't mean his power is endless. It's just that it's probably ginormous. If he found a way to use the Binding Stone, so can we. We can take it back and then...
Yourself at home?
I bring you good news, sister. Peace is near. Allow me to let you witness it,
A small kindness between friends.
if you would have it.
We were just discussing what the best response would be to your desecration of the fonts.
Had you yet concluded you have none? Let us meet at Nicaea to discuss the terms of your surrender. I hear now you speak for your king. So there should...
Trap!
The boy does not know me. You have my word. The traditions of Aristea will be upheld, without violence. I see a Lucium that genuinely survives this part of history. Can you?
Well, that was horrible. Course of action?
Devin, make sure every last trace of them is really gone. Zendara, I need you to speak to the Watch commanders.
We're meeting Sandrak at Nosea.
We're outgunned, not outfought. Not yet. Jack, let's talk.
Sir? About Nosea?
Definitely not now, Initiate. The Grand Magnus wants to speak to you.
Right. I'll come back.
Don't.
You good?
With the most dangerous man alive just strolling into the Palathon briefing room. From 1,000 miles away through some spatial overlap warping spell that no one's ever seen before.
I guess you're not.
I'm just saying there's a lot to unpack there.
Okay, I'm gonna go.
Wait, Jack, listen. I know you have a grudge, to put it probably too lightly, with Sandrak for what he did to your home.
But
don't, well, you know, let all that cloud your judgment when we try and backstab him at Nosea. There's no word, really, for the kind of power he wields. This will be delicate.
yeah, I can't make any promises as far as Sandrak's concerned. He and I got history.
Are you serious? Kirkan and Sandrak worked alongside each other for nearly 20 years. That's history. Was it longer? Sandrak used to plan battle operations in this very room before he went to the other side.
Back to Rasharn's side. But he's Rasharnian. How did all that work?
Long story, but my point is, this room's got more history with Sandrak than you do. Just don't let your emotions get the better of you. I'm sorry. I really need to get it together. Foreign magics are difficult to scrub out of a breach zone on the best of days.
Is Zendara right? We're going to actually walk into Sandrak's trap.
It's not a trap. Sandrak fashions himself after the nobility of Aristea. He'll honor the tradition of Nosea as neutral ground.
Sir, I know you don't plan to surrender.
Not even a little bit. We'll take him by surprise, hit him with everything we got, and hope the power of that binding stone of his is found wanting.
Okay, so it's our trap, then.
The Immortals can't let Sandrak take control of magic, Jack. We have to take our chances.
Speaking of the Immortals and Sandrak having been an Immortal and you never telling me your fellow Immortal...
I figured this was coming. There's not...
I had a right to know. You recruited me the day Sandrak destroyed my home. I've been fighting against Rasharn ever since you told me.
What difference would it have made?
I don't know. But how do you benefit by constantly keeping secrets from me? You could have told me about the Fonts long before any of this. You could have told me how using magic destroys the world before training me.
You joined the army, Jack, not the academy. You only needed to know what helped you in the field.
I don't feel that's a good enough answer, sir.
I'm sure you can live with it for the time being. If we survive Nosea, we can talk about it again. Now, a few pieces need to fall into place for this ambush to work. I need you to take this to Captain Selko.
A portal stone. Any message to go along with it?
Selko will know what to do. You'll find him in Lordsfell along with a battalion of our soldiers.
Understood. I'll head out now. Don't think I have a spell for that.
Hey, brother. Welcome to the stream. How you doing, man?
So, Kirkin didn't say what that thing does.
Probably better you don't know, sir.
Is it, though?
If you got captured.
Sure. It's just, if I knew the whole plan, it could be helpful, since I'm, like, part of the plan. Am I right?
You have a point.
You aren't going to tell me, are you?
Nope.
Great. See you around, Captain.
Jack, Kirkin's asking for an update.
I delivered the portal stone to Captain Selko. What's next?
Rendezvous with the rest of us at Nicaea. Our parley with Sandrak is imminent.
Parlay.
What?
Never heard anyone actually use that word.
It's the nerves.
Uh-huh. See you soon.
I'm glad you're doing well, man. I'm just hanging in there. Yeah, it was another typical day at work. I'm glad it ended up being pretty decent for you, man. Hopefully they continue to stay that way. Scarlet Burst Fire. Oh, that was cheap. I was healing. how's the game? Not too bad. I'm really enjoying it. Pretty solid overall. Fought a really cool boss a little bit ago. Big golem thing. I had to keep switching my type of magic up against to hit his weak points. Yeah, it was pretty fun. Definitely not going to say it's like the greatest game ever, but I definitely think it's a hidden gem. Don't really see a whole lot of people talking about it or anything.
Guess no see ya up ahead, game face Jack.
Rare brisket. Yep, all about that rare stuff. Plus it boosted my armor a little bit, so fucking A, I'll take that. Rare stuff and platinum trophies. Yep, I definitely love my platinum trophies.
Can I call dibs?
Not the time, Jack.
So, what's the plan? Dunno. This all feels a bit improvisational, if I'm being honest.
Can't help it, man.
You bring no banner.
Didn't feel the need.
I held a small hope you might see reason. Yet you remain the same Kirkin that made me abandon the Immortals years ago. Obsessed with victory. Stranger to compromise. Your eye ever bent towards the world's ruin.
And you just want to save it.
I can. With this. Its mastery over the fonts means I can end the war.
You mean win the war? By turning the rest of us defenseless?
In our every meeting, a yipping pub.
Jack's right, though. You're not worthy of that power, Sandrak. Your airships bomb the free cities of the East and then wonder why they resist you now? The last order that surrendered to Rasharn, you burned their ambassadors alive. If my eye is ever bent towards the world's ruin, it's because I'm trying to stop the man causing so much of it.
Please. Don't make me do this.
Captain Selko. You went mad. You didn't abandon us. You were exiled. And I'm still paying the price for not killing you.
Remember, this blood is on your hands.
It's the wound!
He's moving it!
We have to go! Now! Fall back!
He's up. He's good. Ooh, fancy bed chambers.
Devin.
Jack, glad you're on your feet. That could have been so much worse. Took ages, but Zendara was finally able to dig you out of the rubble.
Oh, no, not her. I rather would have died. I'm never living that down.
Nope. Never.
How many did we lose?
Considering Sandrak just dropped a city into the wound, surprisingly few. But enough to have made his point.
Where all the
Kirk's left
magic
allowed him to talk with
happens.
the king.
Damn
He
straight.
wants a full surrender after Nocia. There's even talk that Kirk's emergency powers may be rescinded.
So who's in charge?
Zendara. And I'll warn you, she's in a bit of a mood.
She's always in a bit of a
I
mood.
heard that!
Whoops.
Meet us in the war chamber, Jack. We've come to the conclusion that we're in desperate need of a plan.
Like Castle Grayskull, huh? Where all the magic happens.
Kirkin may be gone, but our job's still the same. Eliminating Sandrak and his hold over the fonts.
There are 5, right? He can't have them all yet. We may not know what the Binding Stone does, or how Sandrak uses it, but we can try and keep him away from the rest if all of us just... What?
The fonts are hidden from us, Jack. Invisible. Buried in the liminal spaces where the borders between Aveum and the Shrouded Realm are weakest.
We only know the location of 2. The Palathon is actually built around one, and the other
Well, that's one.
is in the Tower of Masks in Risharn.
Which means Sandrak's already used the Binding Stone to absorb its power.
We have to assume he has.
Technically, we now know the location of 3 fonts, but the one in the Pale Forest is, well, you saw what happened to it.
So that leaves the last 2, and only Sandrak knows where they are. Fine. Pin that. We concentrate on the Binding Stone instead. We know where that is. We just need to learn how to shut it off. And fast.
Not necessarily. According to my research, a Thradakol takes a huge toll on its possessor. Sandrak will have to rest before doing another stunt like that. We may have a little time.
Which leads us to former Grand Magnus, Thaddeus. Kirkin's predecessor, now in exile. The oldest of us that still lives. By all accounts, he was an expert on Aristea. If there's a weakness to the very Aristean Binding Stone, he'll know about it. In theory.
Sticky wicket, the situation with Thaddeus.
That's not important.
Kind of feels like it is.
What Zendara means to say is it doesn't matter that Thaddeus hates the Immortals and everything we stand for, because you'll undoubtedly figure out a way to convince him to help us. And a bonus potential setback, because the universe is cruel. Like the remaining fonts, we also don't know where Thaddeus is.
His last known location was the Sky Islands of Oramin, digging through the archives at the Library of Akoth.
Okay, then what are we waiting for? I go to Orman, make nice with a friendly librarian.
Actually getting to Oramin is difficult, Initiate. You're gonna need to learn how to ride a ley line.
That sounds fun.
Devin, you're running support. Walk Jack through what he needs to do to get airborne.
Ready when you are, Jack.
Sir, about Orman and what's his name? Thaddeus?
Were the mission parameters unclear?
No, sir. I just figured some more intel never hurts.
It hurts time, Initiate. Do you want to hurt time?
Yeah, why not?
I don't know much about Orman. Never been that far west in any of the fighting.
That's because Oramin dropped out of the Everwar a long time ago. Even before then, they remained largely neutral. Then their magical experiments cut them off from the rest of the kingdoms, and it didn't much matter anymore.
Cut off how?
I don't have time to give you a history lesson. Devin can catch you up. All you need to know at present is that the Oromik made it a bitch to get out to them. Hence your need to ride a ley line.
That
And
checks out.
what about the Oromik themselves?
What's left of them are nomads, migrating from one sky island to another in search of arcanum deposits.
She's your kind of gal.
Also, they can be a pain in the
I
ass
can
to
see
deal
that.
with when you're an outsider.
The guy I'm looking for, our former Grand Magnus, does he really hate the Immortals?
The feeling's mutual. Your job is to ignore all that and find out what he knows about the Binding Stone.
It'd be so much easier to ignore if I knew what it actually was.
Nice try.
Sir, come on.
Thaddeus was Kirkin's mentor. Sandrax too, in a way.
Oh, there it is.
Then he bailed
that
on
makes
the order
sense.
for reasons you don't need to know, leaving Kirkin to fill his position when she really didn't feel ready for it. She was a huge fan of that.
At least you're sending the new guy to navigate through all the complicated drama. All right, I'm good. Heading out.
Don't fuck this one up, Initiate.
Yep, she is a tall one, isn't she? And she got some booty on her.
You'll need a special spell to properly ride the ley lines, and a strong stomach.
Why? What's this spell like?
Like Lash, only more panic, vertigo, and fear of heights. Fortunately, there's a Shroud Fane in the Harrows where you can find one.
The Harrows over in Havenshire? Got it. All right, I'll be quick. But hey, you okay? We never really got to talk about what happened at Nicaea.
They're hard for me to pass, honestly. My feelings on all of that destruction. Call me when you have the spell, and I'll tell you where we go from there.
Okay. Oh. See a bridge.
Don't think I have a spell for that.
Oh yeah, working on it. Shit, I fell off. Okay. Oh, there they are. 16 Maelstrom. Capacity 50. Jeez. Yeah, 16 more trophies for Death Stranding 2. Oh, you got that, man. To be fair, I don't know necessarily what they all are, but you can get that, no problem. Where to now, guys? Do I have to go through that? Oh, you just flung me off the edge. Getting closer, man. That 15 will be nothing to you. You'll get that in no time, man.
Don't think I have a spell for that. Devin, where do I head next? I've got the spell I need to ride the ley lines.
Splendid. The ley line we need to get to Orman is close by.
Heading your way then.
Some view, huh? If magical post-apocalyptic vistas are your thing.
What the hell happened out there?
The Gatorond. Mix stupid ideas with bold, magical experiments and blow your own kingdom to pieces.
Wait, they did it to themselves?
Indeed. So, the mission. Go to the archives at the Library of Akoth in Oromon. See if we can find any trace of Thaddeus, and find out if he knows anything about the Binding Stone. You ready to leave now? Or do you want to go over other mission intel?
So the Gatorond, huh? All I'd heard about Oromon was that they gave up fighting in the Everwar, what, 20 years ago?
More or less. They basically ground themselves to sand. They didn't so much give up as vanish awkwardly from the stage.
What happened?
A populist faction with a fiery name that I can't remember took over the Oromon government. They advocated for an equal ownership of magic, not just between Magni, but among the lightless as well. They believed that by distributing magic evenly, the world would finally be able to work towards an end to the Everwar. Can you imagine? I mean, look where it got them.
Maybe? Part of me absolutely can.
Dynastic magical traditions, thousands of years old, versus some upstart idea of shared magic that results in the destruction of roughly a fifth of the continent? I'll trust my overly stringent forebears, thank you very much.
Back at the Palathon, it felt like you really wanted to tell me something about Thaddeus, but Zendara wouldn't let you.
He's a touchy subject, and Zendara's very protective of Kirkan. She'd be happy if we never talked about him at all. Thaddeus and Kirkan, they hate each other, more or less. You know about our secret duty as stewards of Lucia? The Immortals' mandate and such?
Yeah?
I poke around. I snoop. Tremendous deficit of character, I know. Evidently, there's another more deeper, extreme version of that mandate that only the Grand Magnus and their immediate confidants know about. Some task they're expected to do at some point. Turns out Thaddeus resigned as Grand Magnus and exiled himself before doing this super secret thing. Whatever it is.
I think I'm good to go. After you.
Let's see if I remember how to do this.
A few of them you could definitely get pretty easy. Others not so much.
I could get used
What's
to that.
the ones that's going to cause you some trouble?
Any day. There's a very high vomit probability for me right now.
Suck it up, buddy. We need to get to...
Jack!
Five stars at every facility. Yeah, that definitely sounds like that's going to take a little effort.
Hey, I'm Jack. This is Devin. Thanks for the assist. What's your name?
Kenzie. You're Lucians, aren't you?
Also, Immortals. Just to be clear.
Is that a literal thing?
What? No, we can die. It's just
Good.
like...
Then stay back.
Hey, watch it!
Jack, I may have neglected to mention that the Ormic are notoriously territorial underneath their Bohemian facade.
Well, that's rich, coming from a pampered classist jackboot masquerading as some champion of justice.
Look, we're just looking for someone that was here a little bit ago.
I love neo-anarchist pablum as much as the next weak-kneed revolutionary. But I think we can both admit it loses its luster when it ultimately results in the destruction of your entire kingdom.
That's not what happened, and you imperialist fuckos know it.
Oh, did I say
Fuckos.
kingdom? I'm sorry. I meant a failed collective that's now just a stretch of gravity-challenged rocks. Maybe the next wrong-headed egalitarian social experiment with magic fares a bit better than all of this unchecked calamity.
Wow. Does he always love to hear himself talk this much?
Well,
Jack?
I mean, I can't say no. Look, how about we table the culture clash for a bit, huh? We came here on a mission to keep Sandrak from winning the Ever War. Maybe you can help us.
Who? You know what? Scratch that. It's not like I care who wins that stupid war. The sooner someone does, the sooner you can all get out of Orman.
You don't know who Sandrak is.
Nope. But I figure since you're Lucian, he's from Asharn. Same thing, really.
Different flags. Same oppressive totalitarian magic-hoarding police state. Am I doing it right?
Unhelpful.
You're on your own. Mind the road. These chronicler constructs are everywhere. Started spilling out of the library months ago. And you'll be happy to know that there are plenty of Rasharnians around, too. You can keep trying to prove which one of you has the right to determine the lives of the rest of us.
Hey, wait up. We really are here to save the world.
Let her go.
With the Rasharnians and these chroniclers about, we really could use someone that knows the territory. I'll catch up with her and...
Be nicer.
Good plan. You push forward to the library and we'll meet you there. She'll come around.
Will she, though?
Go. More chroniclers. What is all that webbing? Is it metal? I can grapple over there. That's a whole lot of lurge.
Oh, that was cheap.
Jack, I caught up to our favorite radical, who, it turns out, still wants nothing to do with me.
Super. So she bailed again.
She did. But I managed to learn that the Sky Librarians built the Chronicler constructs to serve as assistants in some great undertaking that ultimately went pear-shaped. By which I mean the constructs killed them all in a bloody uprising.
Everyone? So there's no one at the library to ask about Thaddeus.
And yet you'll persevere. For my part, I'm going to hunt down and destroy as many of the Chroniclers as I can. They're too close to the Lucian border for my liking.
Copy that. Meet me at the library when you can.
not cheap.
More of this metal shit. Dissolving the big metal nodes clears patches of it up. Good to know.
Good to know.
Devin, I keep coming across some weird swirling metal material. Any idea what it is?
I've seen it before. Constructs often take their embedded instructions and improve on them to do their jobs better and faster. Sometimes they leak those instructions. It comes out of them like metallic sweat.
You mean learning? They leak learning.
Sure. Invariably, it bubbles out and just makes a mess. Constructs are usually broken down before it happens. The fact that there's so much, well, leakage, junk, around here means these chroniclers have probably become very, very smart.
found the entrance to the archives yet?
I think so. Right behind a big-ass pile of that mined metal shit.
The chroniclers blocked it off. Why?
How would I know? I'll try to clear a path.
music's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm definitely digging it. It's got a vibe to it.
Okay, some of the door is unblocked.
Some of it. I gotta find it right after that. Oh, cool. Well, there's a drink. There's the one. Oh, okay, cool. Not that way. Crystal Bracer. Ooh, that's an epic one. Takes my armor down. Takes my armor down quite a bit.
Door looks clear now.
Seeker shards. health maximum increased.
What you doing?
Thanks, brother.
Again, with
Appreciate it.
this.
My friend
wasn't
put an
too bad,
invisible
just a
ward on
little
the left that'll
tanky.
blow your hand clean off. We didn't want the chroniclers down here, or thieves, or spies from another... He's right behind me, isn't he?
Yeah.
My friend is the interesting bit, wouldn't you say, Jack? Invisible wards are a pretty complex bit of business to conjure up. Also, please put that down. Nice craftsmanship, by the way. Surely it's not local.
Your friend wouldn't be named Thaddeus, would he?
Why, you here to kill him?
What? No. Why would you think that?
Thaddeus said some Lucian assassin goons might turn up looking for him. Said he ran afoul of the downright tyrannical bylaws their Order of Magic swears by.
Thaddeus led that order. He was an immortal.
Before he decided to abandon his post, that is.
Yeah,
Does
easy
he really
boss,
talk
that's
like
no
that?
fun.
Look,
I wouldn't
we
call
just
him
wanna talk to
easy,
the
he was
guy.
just tanky.
Can you take us to him? Please?
What's so bad?
Thaddeus isn't here. Abandoned that post, too.
You look like Glacius from Killer
He left some
Instinct.
things behind that might help you.
Look at us! Friends now! United through the sense of abandonment by an authority figure.
Thaddeus is a real
Yeah,
asshole, you
a
know
squishy
that, right?
boss could definitely
He
be a
said he was
pain
gonna
in
help
the
me
ass.
restore the library, that we'd figure out a way to clear all the chroniclers out. And we almost did it. Right up until he found the archives down here.
Why'd he leave?
Never really cared to find out. What kind of trouble was he in with you guys? I mean, I know that Lucium's pretty... Never mind.
It was before our time.
She was going to say fascist. Lucium's fascist. Is that why you and Thaddeus hit it off out here in the anti-conformist frontier?
Orman was a commune, jackass. That's as conformist as you can get. Magic was shared by everyone here, not just those that made sure they were born with it. We're here. Thaddeus was,
Alright, man.
Messy.
Thanks for hanging out.
Maybe something
Appreciate you
will
popping
take
in
where he
and
went.
just chilling with me. Take care, man, and I'll catch you next time. It's my pleasure, man. I'm glad a few of you guys out there enjoy it.
Aha! This is his last journal, and I really have to say thank heavens for multiply underlined map coordinates. He says he's going to Pentac 4.5 to, 357. That's in Kalthus, right around... Oh no. He went to Mount Dresnia. Assuming he got past the Rashanians, and assuming he got past the Underdwell.
Past the Magic Eaters.
The Allori.
It's said a very large contingent of them make the Underdwell their home. This is madness, Jack. We can't go there. We're Magni. The Allori will kill us on the spot.
A lot of good eating on a madness.
Sandrak's still out there with the Binding Stone, and Thaddeus may be the only one that knows how to stop him.
We're assuming Thaddeus is alive. Well, you are. I most definitely think he's extra dead.
We don't have a choice.
Well, if you're really going to risk walking into a den of magic-hungry demons, I can take you to a ley line that'll lead you directly to Kalthus.
All right, let's do it. Devin, you stay here. Hunt down the rest of the chroniclers getting too close to Lucium. You can catch up with me later.
Will do. Be careful, Jack. Thanks for your help, faithless rebel.
Anything to get you off my islands, bootlicker.
For real, though. We appreciate it. I know you'd rather stay out of all this, but I've seen Sandrak absorb a ley line and move the wound. No one can afford to ignore the Everwar now.
Just watch me. It's sad that you're caught up in it all, because you're really hot. Good luck finding the old man.
On to Calthus. Sir, I've reached Calthus, and I'm en route to Mount Dresnir by way of the Underdwell. Say, you're from around here. What do you know about the Allori?
They're elder demons that the Old Kingdoms banished into the earth. They feed on magic and really, really hate Magni.
So, about the same as everyone else knows.
They're a threat to the natural order, Initiate. Cursed by the Pentasod to live out their poisonous existence in the clutch of a hungry darkness. Is that better?
I'd workshop it. So, what am I looking for exactly?
Just look for a mining operation, smartass. It was abandoned once they accidentally dug into the Allori caves and got... eaten.
Eaten. Awesome.